Hey, before we get started, we want to talk about the presenting sponsor of this show. That is none other than Miller Lite, because whatever you're looking forward to this season, there's one thing that pairs well with every great moment, and that's an ice cold Miller Lite. We're excited. I mean, we're here. We're days away. Opening kickoff, whether you're at the stadium, whether you're at home, whether you're at a barbecue, just watching Red Zone, like, you should definitely accompany.
No, it's Miller Lite goes with all of them.
Yes.
This is Miller Lite season officially.
Yeah.
Starts Sunday.
It's always Miller Lite season, but it's just a different season.
I like to say that with every season.
I know. It's like a summer. It's like, oh, now it's like fireplace season. Now it's football season. But you're right. It always is Miller Lite season. So go get some from kickoff till the clock runs out. You can't go wrong with a Miller Lite in your hand. It's the only light beer with a taste worthy of our national obsession, because what's the point of having a beer if it doesn't taste like beer? Make it Miller time all season long. Get Miller Lite delivered right to your door. Visit MillerLite.com/redline, or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Just make sure you celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. All right, Bang Bang, welcome to the mid-show. We are here, days away. Big Cat is with us in studio for the, I'm going to fuck this up. It's not inaugural. What's the annual? The annual. It's the annual.
Yeah.
Annual.
Definitely not inaugural.
Annual. It's not inaugural, but it's the annual. Like, what is it? I think we've been doing this every year.
I think it's 5 years. I think it's year 5.
And the one year
it's
that
perennial.
Yeah, Chuck, like week 13 was like, "Hey, did you realize that you're 13-0 on your
Yeah.
predictions for the Bears this year?" And I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
If
we
you
needed
had
that.
only bet it.
Yeah, that like made it a thing, because it was like,
I'm so pumped. I was watching hype videos last night, which shout
was
out.
too.
What was the Windy City problems or something? Some guy made it. That guy, God's work to make a hype video of a 3-13 year, or 3-14 year, like,
and it works.
He was like doing
Yeah.
like an interception against the Bills. It's like, well, we lost that game. Like all these plays where you're like, wait, we lost all of these games.
It's also hard when you have 35 new players too.
Right. No, he actually had like highlights of like Darnell Wright at Tennessee. He had DJ Moore in the Panthers. It was very funny. Well done.
but it's weird though. For a 3-win team, we still had more offensive highlights than years prior.
That's
It
true.
was the best 3-win team of all time.
It was.
Yeah.
Like, there are definitely
not
9-win Bears teams that had less offensive highlights than
that were worse
Correct.
to watch.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
So obviously, thank you for coming on. We're gonna do this here, and you could pull up the schedule, Lance, when you get a second, please. Week 1.
I'm
obviously.
nervous. So let's just start with like big picture. How's everyone's vibes?
Good.
I know you're not a Justin Fields guy.
That's not true. That's not true.
You're wavering.
I will play this season out.
Okay, yeah.
Last year
you know what this is about,
gave
right?
me enough flash to.
Northwestern made him look bad in the Big Ten championship game 2.5 years ago.
Oh.
You have things like that too. Don't
true.
tell me.
I always
Don't
do
tell
that,
me.
dude.
That's what it is.
That
Maybe the
definitely is part of it.
The most correct draft take I ever had was Paxton Lynch sucks, because I bet on Memphis against Auburn in their bowl game, and he sucked.
sucked.
Yeah, and I was like, that guy sucks, and he sucked.
Sometimes you know.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have something that sticks with you forever.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you guys get it.
Tyler Gray.
But I mean, he still has yet to throw for 300 yards in a game. He has a lot of decision-making advances to make to be an upper echelon quarterback. However, he does all those things that make you say, "Wow!" If it all clicks, that's why I don't like.
It's all gonna click. This year.
I think there's a good shot that it does. Not a great shot, a good shot, and.
I don't even like talking about this. I'm getting
I love
blind
having the
faith.
hedge
Just
with
why not
the
go
Carolina
blind
pick.
faith?
I've done that for
Blind
my entire
faith.
life,
I
and
know.
look where it's led me.
But what's the worst that can happen? It leads us right back to the same spot we've already always
I can't
been.
do the blind faith anymore. I get like
Here. All right, let me explain to you. This is my thought process, okay? Let's just play out this hypothetical. This is not what I think is going to happen. But let's say Justin Fields is not good. Let's say Jordan Love is really, really good. We're right back to a spot we know very well.
Yeah.
We like go back into our, it's our going back into our old apartment, being like, oh yeah, I know this place. The
Dan,
Packers have a
you
Hall of
don't
Fame quarterback, and
understand.
we don't.
Yeah.
So I'm going blind faith, because if everything falls apart, I know how to deal with it
I
mentally.
need this though.
I do too, dude.
You not like I do,
No,
not like I do.
Well, yeah,
I
you
need
have your
this.
White Sox and Northwestern. You don't have anything else
He's
right now.
walking in the office today, fucking shit-eating grin on his face. I'm buried in my computer, and he's like, "Man, I'm having fun right now. The Cubs are
they're
so fun.
good. They're
Well,
so
Ed,
fun.
the
Ed and
number
I
one
went to the
pick.
game last night.
And Bedard, yeah.
Bedard.
The Bears are on
Notre
the up
Dame
and
might
up
have a
this-
Heisman quarterback. Like
everything coming
even,
up cheap.
Even my shitty little soccer team looks
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Can I go separate? By the way, the Blackhawks, I bought season tickets once we got the number 1 pick.
Thank
I
you.
want physical tickets.
Oh,
They
I
don't
know.
do physical
I
tickets.
know.
Oh, they don't
I had
send you the sheet?
my rep called me. He was like, I was like, when are my physical tickets coming? He's like, we don't do that. I was like, what the fuck,
They
dude?
haven't-
I
they
want to
haven't-
hold the ticket in my hand.
They
You
haven't
want the
done it.
sheet.
Yeah.
but it comes in a
Yes.
booklet.
Yeah.
I want to be able
The
to
booklet.
pass them out like
Oh.
candy at the office.
It was that. I think they got rid of that like 4 years ago.
I mean, come on, get me the ticket. I want the ticket.
The day that the booklet
Yeah.
arrived, or like the
Give me the
UPS
ticket.
thing, oh, it was the best.
Probably smelled great.
Oh,
It did.
it
and it
has
was crisp
distinct-
like a dollar bill fresh off
And
the
I would
net.
just like I'd rip them off and hand them to
Yeah.
you guys. Like, here, go to this game. Like, I want that.
And
So
then
it's a little
the-
gripe. I know that's like a first world problem, but it's
Do you know who ruined that, right? COVID and, yeah.
Biden.
Yeah. Amongst him and
what he was
others.
going for.
His cohorts.
They're coming back. It's coming back, by the way.
Oh,
they're
big
trying
time.
to bring
Yeah,
it
no.
back. They're trying to make a comeback.
You
Is that
gonna you
true?
gonna
They're trying.
I heard that
They're not
recently.
going to do it.
Are you
I'm
gonna
not-
comply?
No. Fuck no, dude.
Fuck no. Thank
I
you.
can't
Someone
believe-
says it. I'm not even. I will not comply.
I mean, I took it seriously when it first started, but
Yeah.
at this point, like
Yeah.
when
No,
people,
fuck off.
I can't even believe when people are like, "I have COVID." It's like, you have COVID tests?
That's like having AIDS now.
right. Well,
Nope.
no.
I mean, it's
It's like saying you have the
it's
flu.
yesterday's
Yeah,
You
news.
it's
just
different.
guess
It's a
that
little
you have the
different.
flu. Yeah.
It's a little different. Either way, I am very excited for this season. I am very excited for everything we have. I'm a little nervous about the defense, specifically the front four. But I also, Eberflus is a defensive guy, and he coaches linebackers well. We brought in some new linebackers. I'm also going to try not to panic at any point this season because you just got to trust the process.
I'm worried about panicking week 1.
Yeah, no, listen, when I say what I just said, if we lose to the Packers, it will be full-blown meltdown panic.
But if we beat the Packers,
It will be Super Bowl or bust. Yeah, no, it is. It is the.
100%.
I mean, I've said this. It is, and it's maybe hyperbolic, but in the moment, it feels like this. It might be the biggest game in Bears franchise history.
It very well might.
It might
does.
be. With everything at stake, with all the shit that we take, with all the shit Justin Fields takes, with the Jordan Love,
Well-
like it's all. It feels like it is so. It's not just week 1.
That
it's a
is
true new
the
era.
thing. Yeah.
It's a true new era.
Well, and if Jordan Love looks awesome, that'll ruin your day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And there's not anything like deep down in your tiny subconsciouses that make you think that it's gonna
well,
happen.
here's.
No, I'm ignoring that. I'm ignoring bad thoughts.
You just beat those and
I'm
repress them.
ignoring bad thoughts.
Yeah.
but the more I'm by Dave, the more it creeps in. Like I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
The
I've been-
closer you get, you're like,
no, the more I talk to you, like
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
you just said.
Yeah, you're
Because-
the little devil on our
That's-
shoulder.
You are.
It's
Davey
it's-
Downer.
Davey Downer.
It's-
There he's Danny. I always get surprised that Danny's right behind me.
He's like a little parrot over your shoulder. The
'Cause I think that I genuinely think that Justin Fields will be a top 2 QB in the NFC by the end of the year.
Oh, I like that.
I
Ed.
believe that.
I like that, Ed.
However,
I mean, it's him and Hurts, right?
just hearing Dave said that for some reason, and I'm going to be the creepy guy, the creep up guy, was year 3. You remember year 3 for a different quarterback where I was like, yeah, this is it. He just needs to like not be as bad as year 2.
Well,
Okay,
be
so
fine.
all right, since we're doing dark thoughts, which I didn't want to do,
how did we get here?
I want to say
Dave.
thank you, Ryan Poles, because Chris Jones, obviously contract dispute with the Chiefs. I'm like, should we get Chris Jones? And I was like, wait, stop, you idiot. That's literally what Ryan Pace did with Khalil Mack, and that's what got us in this spot.
That's
Khalil Mack
true.
was fantastic, but going all in before you know you're all in is a dumb thing to do. The Bears have so many picks. They have everything wide open. So we have a parachute ready for us if Davey Downer turns
Yes.
out to be right.
Yeah.
that's the entire
Okay,
thing. You got
all right.
the hedge
Then we're
with the
all on the same-
Carolina
yeah.
pick. You just gotta hope they are like
Also
a winless
suck.
team this year.
Yeah.
But
And-
if they're both bad, you could package them and move up for one of the guys. But we're not going to be there. We're
Yeah,
not.
see, this
it's-
I don't
We're
think we
doing bad
are
things.
either.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bad things.
No.
I really don't. And when I bring up the Davey Downer comments and whatever, it's It's because I very, very sincerely do not believe I can have nice things. I don't know why.
Yeah, no.
I don't think
that's
that
not
you
a
should
joke.
be allowed
Like, is
to
there a
watch the
deal of the
Bears.
devil? I don't know what I did where
Can we
I
ban
cannot have
him?
nice things.
From what, watching?
Yeah, we don't want to stink
I
on
said that
team.
Tuesday. Like, I'm genuinely convinced that part of the reason why the Bears will never win the Super Bowl is because he roots for the same team.
It's like a joke, but it's not a joke.
I know.
At this point.
No, it's. I'm not kidding at all.
We're gonna have Dave root for the Packers.
two biggest
The Bears are
losers.
going to win a Super Bowl in the next
30
50
years.
years. 50
I'm almost
years.
35.
Next 50 years.
If I can make it to
Count it.
85, that's
50 years. Yeah.
Okay.
that's asking a
Will
lot.
happen. 50 years. Okay, let's do it. I'm
Let's do
ready.
it. You ready? All right.
Packers win.
I think so too.
Have to win.
Must
Win.
Must win. It's a must-win game.
Also,
it's a must-win game.
I'm not. This is the rare game where I don't know if you guys agree. I am not going to be betting the spread in this game because I have so much emotionally invested already. I
yeah.
probably will bet the over because I do think the Bears' defense is going to struggle and I think their offense is going to be electric. But I will not bet this game because I want them to win so badly. What's the point of putting more money on
Well,
it?
it's just 1.5.
I understand, but
I
I just
think come
I can't.
kickoff.
No, I'll take the over. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. There's so much like when these games come out where it's like I care so much, the money doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. It's not there. Bucks is a win.
Yep.
Bucks are gonna suck.
2-0.
Chiefs is gonna be a loss.
Yeah.
Boys,
Probably.
it's gonna be a
Yeah,
loss.
that's probably
I'm
gonna be a
say it
loss.
right now. The Chiefs are gonna be a loss.
Broncos win.
Broncos at home. That's a win. That's 3-1.
3-1. We
Wow.
like
If we
that.
start 3-1,
That's what I mean when you go through the
Commanders.
schedule.
yeah. This it's
Vikings
starting to
at
feel good.
home.
Wait, at Commanders. All right.
Oh,
That's
I
probably
think we're going to lose this game.
That's a
Oh.
stink
I
I
game
think
right
we're going to
there.
lose this game.
That's a little
I
stink
think
game.
we're going to lose this game 3-1. October, feeling ourselves a little bit. I think the
Thursday
Commanders
night.
aren't
Back
as
to
bad.
They might be wearing the orange jerseys too if it's Thursday.
I don't
Yeah.
know though. This was
I
a
like
game.
the-
Remember, Fields had the epiphany after that
I
Thursday
know.
night
Yeah.
against
He
Commanders.
was good in that game. They just didn't. He had a couple mistakes that kept us from
And
winning
then
that
Darnell
game.
Mooney dropping the
The
end
helmet
zone.
interception.
I think we're going to lose this game.
Okay.
I do. I think
I
the
like-
Commanders are better than people are giving them
I
credit
agree with
for.
that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I don't trust Sam Howell. I like the Bears to win that one. But
Okay.
I do too, but-
Vikings at home. You guys like? Do you think the Bears will win the
Yeah,
Commanders?
but this is you. We're going off of you though.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
the guy
Yeah.
who went perfect. So we're 3-2 right now.
We also Commanders Bears Thursday night football. I think PFT and I are going to go to this game in Raljon, and we also are. It's a tattoo bet.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
Do you
Neither of
have
us
any tats?
Nope, neither of us have tattoos, but the loser will have to get a tattoo, and it's not. It's a tattoo of your choice, so
Okay.
it's not the worst thing ever. But it will also be the worst thing ever, being like, "Why do you have that tattoo?" And I'm like, "Well, you remember Thursday night, 2023, Bears Commanders?" And everyone's like, "What? No, I don't."
Do you know the Chris Clemmer story?
What?
His tattoos?
No.
That he has 3 buddies.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
They all have a Ninja Turtle, and they're like, "Well, who's the fourth one?" We're like, "We don't have one." So maybe you have to be the Leonardo.
No, fuck no. Fuck no.
Are you going to put it on your ass cheek?
No, I'll probably put it on my arm somewhere, maybe upper arm.
What are you thinking? Grateful Dead's? Maybe?
Yeah, maybe a skull, maybe a lightning bolt.
Don't rule out barbed wire.
But yeah,
half
little
barbed
Urlacher, Pamela Anderson. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Vikings at home.
10 days to prepare.
That's a win. I like that as a win. So now we're 4-2.
Okay.
Raiders at home. That's also a win. Now we are 5-2.
That's a funky Jimmy G game though. That's what I don't like about
Yeah.
that.
He's so good looking.
Yes, he is.
I saw him. I went to, I think it was after the Cubs won the World Series. I got to go out with Rizzo, and he was there, and he took my breath away.
Oh, yeah?
Jimmy G. He's so attractive.
He is.
He like
Dude,
took
I
my breath
thought
away.
he was Tom Cruise in that fighter pilot thing. He
Yeah.
did the other day.
Oh my
Like,
God, he
looked
was so
it.
hot in
It was
that.
the hottest thing I've ever
Holy
seen. I'm like,
shit.
who the fuck is this guy?
That's a good call, Dave. I remember watching that video and being like, "Oh my God."
I've
am
never
I
been
gay?
smitten by another man like I was
Yeah.
watching him in that fighter pilot.
He is.
I was
fucking
smitten.
hot.
So we 5-2 right now?
We're 5-2. We're gonna lose to the Chargers Sunday Night Football at the Chargers. That might be a game where like our
They
defense
get their asses
Yeah.
fucking destroyed. Yes.
And you can see like where I'm going here. It's like a lot of ups and downs. Like 5-2, feeling 3-1, feeling ourselves. 5-2, feeling ourselves at Saints. So now we're 5-3.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be a loss. I think that's gonna be a tough game. I think the Saints are gonna be a little better than people think. I think that's a tough place to play.
Feels like we've struggled with them a lot in
know.
recent years too.
The Nickelodeon game.
Yes,
The
that.
drop touchdown.
Yeah, the Zach Miller game. Like
Zach
there's just
Miller
so
yeah.
many
his
weird.
leg caught it.
Yes.
Justice for Zach Miller. Yeah, you're right. It does feel like we have.
Javon
Who
wins.
dropped that ball?
Yeah.
Javon wins.
Yeah.
That's when he
Yeah.
punched the guy in the face.
No, yeah, but who dropped the ball? The Mitch pass in the Nickelodeon game.
Javon Wims.
That was him.
Javon,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was all-time bad. Panthers win. Have to win that one. Have to win that one
Yeah.
for draft
That's
picks.
Yes.
literally a must-win
Have
game.
to win that one.
Yes.
So now what are we, 6-4?
Yes.
They could be 4-6, and that would be a must-win game.
Okay. At Lions. All right, so this is where it gets tough, boys. I'm saying we're going to probably drop both these. At Lions, at
Oh.
Vikings. We're now 6-6. We're going to have a little bit of crisis.
Okay.
A little crisis
Come
of
to
confidence.
Jesus. Have we
Yeah,
had the
be
bye
like,
yet?
what's
Oh,
going
there
on?
we go.
There's our bye.
There we go.
So 6-6 going to the bye. I think we all right now, as a man, would take 6-6 going into a bye.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good launching off point to be like, let's now make a playoff push.
Yes.
Yeah. Lions at home, that's a win. So now we're 7-6. That's off a bye. We get our revenge on the Lions. So right now I have us splitting the NFC North games,
Yeah.
which I think
Yeah.
is fair. At Browns,
Weird game.
That is a weird
it's just
game.
it's hard to. I don't know what Deshaun's going to be. The Browns have potential to be a very good team, and they also have potential to just be like rock bottom if Deshaun is as bad as he was last year. I'll say that's a loss. What are we, 7-7?
7-7.
Okay, wow, we're getting nut crunching time. All right, Cardinals win, easy win. Falcons at
win.
home,
Win.
easy win.
Yes.
9-7,
9-7.
going against the Packers in Lambeau, Week 18
For a playoff berth.
That's a win, 10 wins. I like that. I feel like I was very fair there.
I don't think you weren't. I don't
thought
think
it
you
was
took
fair.
into account any stink games though, aside from like
he
kind
did.
of sort
No,
of
he did.
wash.
Yeah,
Commanders
there were a couple
was-
stink. The Vikings and Lions back to back.
But those are the two teams that
I
are
could see
expected
them
to
beting
win.
Washington and New Orleans too. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
those
you-
are,
you gave-
Washington would be our
definitely.
stink game.
But those are stink games.
Yeah,
he gave them 2 losses. There.
Yeah, I gave him
so
2 losses.
those
That's true.
those are coin flip.
For the
games.
record, like I said, we're 0-7 in our last 7 games against the Saints. We
Yeah.
have not beat them since 2000.
So we're due for a correction. Make that a win.
2008.
since the okay, I was gonna say since the NFC Championship game, the one before that,
Yeah, that would have been
06.
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Snow Globe. 10-7. I feel good about 10-7.
10-7's playoffs.
10-7's playoffs. 10-7. Also, you feel like, hey, we've built something.
But
here.
going back, we said this too. This is also a year where like the defense is like Poles is not done.
Right.
We
Yeah.
just want to. We think we could
We're
be there
building.
at the end. 6-6
dude.
after the bye with the Browns, Cardinals, and
Yeah.
Falcons.
Falcons.
We are going to be
in
there.
those games,
Yes,
dude.
we'll be there.
I'd suck a dick for 10-7.
Totally.
Are you kidding me?
Totally.
10-7 and beating the Packers twice.
Buddy,
Punching
let
a
me
ticket to the
introduce you
playoffs
to a
in Week
producer.
18 in Lambeau.
Totally. Yeah, be nice.
That might be the Sunday night game.
Yeah, everything on the
Yeah,
line. Flex
they'll
into
flex
it.
that for sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'm
I
getting a little nervous
kind of
now.
like going through this. I think 10 might be like the floor. though.
I don't
Shut
know
up.
about that. I don't know about that.
Shut
There's
up.
still so much.
I think
just-
I like the defense better than you guys like the defense.
It's so much unproven. Like it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
there's so many question marks that I think are going to be answered in the correct way, but I can't confidently be like, this is a 10-win team right now.
If you have a side of the ball that's going to be more of a question mark with Flus, you like it to be the defense because you can get guys
Yeah.
to play up
Right.
a little
Correct.
bit more, and that's good.
For him,
Yeah.
yep.
And I do
That's
think
good.
Yannick Ngakoue was a good signing where
Yep.
at least you have elite talent. I know that he has been the same guy as he was with the Jags, but like at least you have a dude.
8 sacks a year
Yes.
every
Right.
year.
You're right.
So that he would.
You have a dude.
Jaquan Brisker led the team in sacks last year with 4.
I kind of wanted us to sign Clowney. Where did he end up signing?
Baltimore,
He's
I think.
perpetually a Brown.
Yeah.
Baltimore. That dude just goes 1-year deals. How much money has he made? He's probably made so
Fuck
much
ton, I
money.
bet.
Just going 1-year deals every single time.
About 80 million over his career.
That's right. 80
Yeah.
million. Good for him.
Is
Good
he
for him.
Is he a bust?
No, I don't think
No.
so.
I wouldn't say
think
bust.
I mean, he was so
No, I don't think he's
awesome
a
in
bust.
college.
But that's also considering like all the hype he had.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that one
he's
hit?
didn't he sit? Yeah, but didn't he sit out his entire junior year basically?
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah.
It does sound vaguely familiar. Okay, I feel good, boys.
I do too.
I
We
do
just
too.
got to get
everybody
past
gonna be?
Sunday. But
Yeah.
it feels like Sunday could take us down one of the two paths.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
everything could be like 10-7 could turn if we win, but if we lose, I don't know. Whatever.
It would be nice to see Jordan Love just look bad. Like just look bad
incredible.
because
What? Oh, how about this? What if the Bears win, even win convincingly, and Fields looks like he hasn't made any steps?
Oh,
I'll
then
take a win.
How would
I'll
that?
take a win over
how do
everything.
they win convincingly without Fields?
I don't know.
taking
Jordan
steps?
Love throws a pick six. There's a return
Yeah, I'll
touchdown,
take that.
something like that.
Figure that out later.
I-
Beat the Packers. Figure
Yeah.
it out later.
Yeah.
By the way, week 1, so Eddie will be on the stream. We're going to rotate streams this year. Dave and Chief will be at the Barstool Sports Bar with
Correct.
some
Come
other
hang
guys
out.
too.
Yep.
So there'll be a big crew at the Barstool Sports Bar. If you're looking for a place to watch the game, come watch it. And then we'll rotate the streams. So we'll have other people streaming each Sunday, which this office does not fit us.
Nope.
Have you guys
No.
gone down and seen the new one?
I was there this morning.
I was
yeah.
there.
Yeah, did you see it?
Yeah.
What'd you think? Bigger than you thought. It's
I
insane.
went in there like 6 weeks ago, so I saw it fully empty.
Yeah.
Where it's just like a shell of a building. So now it's kind of sort of built out, but it's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
In every
Okay.
single way.
So I haven't
It's-
seen it since it's been built out.
Yeah, no,
It
it's
was like heavy construction.
it's
last
a
time.
it's a trick in like the construction world where if you look at a building with no walls, you think it's not that big, and then they put in the walls, you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I'm
We have
excited to
so
see
much
it
space.
because I just saw it the first time when we looked at it. We were debating where we wanted to go.
Yeah, we're gonna maybe do bocce court.
Man.
I told Eddie this morning because roof ball is not going to fit. We're going to maybe add roof ball later, but the duct work doesn't really fit. So it will be an add on. We can definitely add it on if we want to, but now we have some space where we might do some bocce.
Do we have like
I,
a yard? Do we have like a yard?
We
Or-
don't have a yard. We have turf run on the far side of the basketball court.
Okay.
That's
They're
where
also-
I envision White Sox Dave like trying to strike out people. White Sox Dave running.
there was
40s.
something hanging from the thing that looked like a batting cage. Are you guys putting a batting cage
No,
in
it's
there?
not a batting cage, but I have a whole space in my head for you to just fail at things.
No. That's not true. I'll strike all you
Very
guys out right now.
I'm very excited for it.
Um,
we're
I-
gonna be playing wiffle ball like every day.
Where though? Because they literally built a wiffle ball stadium a block away from there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, we'll go
it's
there. But no,
public and
if you're
everything.
if you're on the far side of the basketball court, you're hitting back towards the overhang.
Okay.
There's space
For the
wiffle
home
ball.
run?
You
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what you're doing, right?
What?
You're returning. It's not going to be the Barstool Chicago office anymore. It's going to be the Dave Williams Athletic Center.
Yeah, that's
like
fine.
he
I-
wants to
Dude,
restart his
sign me
travel
up.
baseball
That's
season.
I told
Oh,
him
he
that the other
texted
day.
me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be
No,
like
that's-
14-year-olds in there like hitting.
No, I could make them seniors.
Okay.
I mean, it's a great idea if we can figure out how to do it. I don't know.
They were winning.
Minors on
I've
camera.
already. That's the one
Right.
thing, right?
It's a big thing.
17 and
Right. It is a big
18-year-olds.
thing.
Yeah.
Or I could do a collegiate one, which wouldn't be.
Well, how
as
did how
fun,
did how did Netflix do the series with all the quarterbacks?
I mean, you
Just saying.
It's not Barstool though. They can edit that to however they want.
Well, Dave, I think we're going to need you to call your alma mater, not Northwestern, but North Central, for our Dingers Only. You know what we're doing with that? We did a Dingers Only fantasy league where it was just home runs. So we all drafted it, and the loser, which is going to be PFT, he's way behind, has to pitch a full inning against college baseball players.
Okay.
So it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I can.
And Joe Buck, I think, is gonna announce it.
I can make that
that's
happen.
gonna be incredible.
We're not going to do it at
He's
my
gonna
alma
get
mater
fucking
though.
shelled. If you find us a team
that's
in
fine.
the area
Yeah.
that would just be like, do you guys want to just fucking rock the shit out of PFT for an inning?
You don't want to go with Evanston? That would be easiest.
They canceled?
Do they have a program?
Yeah, they do.
Is it,
very
what's
much.
going on with it?
It's they play baseball.
Okay, yeah, no, I thought of Northwestern first, and then I was like,
Probably
well,
what would be
things
easiest
happen.
would just be UIC. We could make that work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be great.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
5 minutes from the office.
Yeah,
So.
Great
that'd be
field.
great. So we're going to set that up. That's going to be an unbelievable video.
Cool.
Sick.
L
We're
screen.
gonna, what?
Is he gonna have an L screen?
I don't know.
Wait, you said Joe Buck's pitching a PFT?
No,
No.
Joe Buck's going to call the
Wait,
game.
no, he's calling the game. I was like, where did he come in?
Yeah.
Classic game of telephone.
Yeah. You know Joe Buck has a fucking
like, wait, Joe
sick
Buck-
four-seamer?
man.
Okay. Well, thank you
All right,
guys.
10 and
Thank you.
7.
Yes,
Thanks for
10 and 7.
hopping in.
I love it. I love it. Can't wait
Appreciate
for
it.
football.
There we go. All right. Thanks again to Big Cat for hopping in. Man, football season. It's crazy that it's already here.
When I woke up on Tuesday, I was like, oh my God.
It's game week.
Yeah.
It's game week.
It is a weird feeling.
Yeah. Because it really is just a shift of a mindset, shift of life, shift of
Brother,
cultural.
I've got plans until New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Like I got
real.
something to do every weekend the rest of the year.
Yeah, and you kind of just after the Super Bowl, like of course March Madness is a benchmark, but then after that you kind of just mosey through the months.
I can't
January
remember.
and February are the two worst months on earth.
I can't remember who said it. I think it was somebody at this company, but it was like, like I don't have to pretend to care about these other sports anymore. Like that is kind of sometimes how I feel going through the end of basketball season, and I've really loved this Cubs team, but if I'm being honest, like baseball's fourth for me. So I'm excited for football.
Even over basketball?
What?
Even over basketball?
I think I got soccer ahead of baseball.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm ready. I'm ready for football. Football is just, you can set your watch to it. You just know what you're doing for 12 hours that Saturday and Sunday. It's amazing. It's the best.
No, it
puts
is.
me in a good mood.
Anything else Bears-wise before we can move it on?
I've just gotten smacked in the face with the realization that Sunday is kind of sort of must win. It's like kind of must win. It's kind of must win.
I don't know. I mean,
For our
you know what I'm getting
for
at?
our
Yeah,
emotional
yeah.
state, yes.
But if they win, awesome. Like it's
I want that
exact
game.
fork in the path.
But he is right, though. Look, of course, obviously, I hope like we don't see some Jordan Love performance where we think that he is the guy for the next 2 decades. But if we do lose, yeah, it seems like life and death. But we've been there before. Like, you know what it is.
It's like if you're walking into high school on the first day and you get booked, it'll probably get better than that eventually, but that first day kind of sets the tone for the rest of the month.
I feel like it might not though, right? Like if
I think a worse scenario.
if getting booked on the first day this time might make you think you're going to get booked every day for 30 years like we've been doing.
Worst scenario than Jordan Love looking. I think Fields looking bad would be worse than Jordan Love looking good. That would cause people to overreact more.
I disagree, actually. I disagree because
say why.
I think that you can say, hey, it's week 1. They got a zillion new pieces. You know, it's going to take time at not preseason, not camp speed, but NFL game day speed to get DJ Moore, to get Tunyon, all these new running backs. We got 3 to 4 new guys on the offensive line. It's going to take a little bit of time for the offense to sync up. So I think you can explain that away reasonably.
I think that's logic, but I think overreaction doesn't work like that. It's an overreactive league. The NFL, everyone overreacts week to week.
Of course.
If he goes out and throws out a stinker week 1, that's going to be all the
then
talk.
I'll be the Jon Snow gif with the logic. My sword will just be logic, okay? And I'll be like, this is the way it's going to be. But if Jordan Love, because Jordan Love is a complete mystery, right? Like if he comes out and is just fucking slinging it after sitting on the bench for a few years, and what was it, Utah State, and he's like a guy, then it's like, oh, fuck.
But don't you think that's the same way? Like, oh, all right, he had a good game. It happens. There's not enough tape on him to prepare for him yet. Like, that's a thing too.
I suppose, but I'm anticipating him for all the reasons I said about Fields. Like in a world where he could struggle, I feel like that times X with Jordan Love. So if Jordan Love comes out and defies all those odds on the road, first game in the NFL, for a team that's not supposed to be very good, that didn't make the playoffs last year with a Hall of Fame quarterback, if he comes out and looks awesome in that scenario, I'm going to have panic alarms going off. That's a bad situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that he's not good.
I have that same feeling, but
I
was saying to Daniel, there's that little itsy bitsy piece of me in the back of my pituitary gland. Right back here.
Pituitary gland, I think, is in the center of your brain.
I don't fucking know where it is, but it's in there somewhere that tells me, like, what if? And that's a scary thought for me.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very rational, yet at the same time irrational thought, but acceptable at the same time because we've all been Bears fans.
It's
forever.
a very weird time in this division, too. Like, the Lions are up. Everybody's hyping up the Lions. The Vikings are a very good team, but they still have like Kirk Cousins, and it feels like they feel like they have a ceiling. Like they could win the division and get bounced. Like no one really looks at the Vikings as a real Super Bowl type team.
But they're not like a pushover.
No, not at all.
No, yeah.
But then and it's like, what are the Bears and what are the Packers? So it's like you have
Vikings are sturdy.
Right.
That's a good way to put it.
You kind of
like,
know what the Vikings are. The other three, you really don't yet. Like, and I think the Lions will be pretty good, but you don't know like for sure.
Do we know what the Lions defense is going to look like?
It was pretty nice. It was pretty good last year.
I don't know if there would be a team that won the North that would surprise me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, the
I would
honestly,
probably be most
Packers.
surprised by the Packers.
I would.
Yeah.
Their defense is a lot better.
I'd be most surprised at the
Defense is
Packers.
a lot better. Obviously, they've had that. Obviously, Jordan Love, biggest question mark, least amount of time, but
Yeah.
LaFleur's been there a couple of years now. They do have a nucleus. Like, people should not disregard the Packers as much. And I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm just saying, like, that's the least familiar out of the four, so that's probably why you're saying
I think
that.
you could see a situation where the team that wins the North has 10 wins and the team that finishes last has 7.
Something like that, yeah.
You know, like they're all going to kind of be bunched together. The old black and blue division where it's like,
I like that.
Yeah, I don't mind that either. I think it's going to be a very competitive division.
I will say nobody in the rest of the league is going to want to play in a single NFC North team this year.
Yeah, there's no like bottom feeder team.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
What did that was a chuckle out of our resident Jets
Guffaw.
fan.
Yeah.
Scoff.
Yeah.
Guffaw's like a loud and hearty laugh.
What was that for?
We had a little,
Jets fan.
yeah, Jets fan.
I just thought it was that's just like it's a bold take.
That is a bold take. I don't
The entire
necessarily-
league is scared of the NFC.
Yeah, I don't-
No, I
no,
didn't say that. I didn't say scared. I
but-
said you don't want to play them. There's a difference. There is no patty cake in that division.
Like if you're doing your schedule, there are other divisions you'd rather be matched up with this year.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
There's not going to be a 3-win team in the division this year. They're going to be all picking somewhere. I would say like 12th through like 24th.
I think Dave said it wrong, but I understand what
Yeah.
I understood what you were trying to say. How are we feeling, Jets fan? I mean, I'd be way more
Oh,
terrified
yeah, this
if I were
cocky
you.
fucking little.
What are you talking about? I'm,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know.
jacked up. This is insane. It's like we're like I'm being cocky. Like I'm just very excited.
I didn't insinuate you're cocky. I'm just saying. How do
Dave
you
did.
feel? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying, how do you feel in general? Because
I
I
couldn't
would
feel
be
better.
fucking terrified, though.
About what?
Dude,
'Cause-
Eddie can't dream. He's incapable of
No,
dreams.
it's not that. It's just like I was talking to security guard Danny, who's outside. He's from Staten Island, diehard Jets fan, and it's just we've talked about it before. The Bears and the Jets, and there are other franchises who it just does seem like destiny where you're not supposed to be happy. So while it does seem that everything is positive and the Jets should be right there with everyone else in the AFC, you still have that.
Jets gun jet. Kind
Yes.
of like the Mets are the Mets until.
And do you feel that way, or is it washed away? It can't be washed away.
It doesn't. It never washes away.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. So that's why.
But like scared isn't the word though. I
Yeah.
would use. I wouldn't use scared.
I
Because,
will say, like-
you guys have to like understand what
Tommy,
I've been through as a Jets fan. Like
we do.
It's if the Jets went out and like didn't win a game, it would still be less scary or less embarrassing than my lowest lows of like watching Geno Smith when he was
Yeah.
actually Geno Smith and
I don't know, man.
trawling out like just the worst teams you could ever imagine with Darnold and Gase and like,
Dude, you guys are giving. Tom's saying the exact same thing that Mike, or you're saying this exact same thing that Mike said,
Danny.
and that's my exact feeling, or Danny, and that's my exact feeling as a Bears fan. And we don't have Aaron Rodgers at quarterback for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I get it.
So like, why is it like I'm the Davy Downer?
You're not.
I
You're
just-
not. To be
I
clear,
just
it's just
think
in that moment, everyone was like, "Hey, we're trying to keep the train on the tracks," but you're not. Like, if we want to talk logically, if we want to talk how we actually feel, you're
The
not.
big difference here between where I think we can feel optimism, where Tom and the Jets fans maybe should be a little bit more nervous. We're in the NFC. He's got
Oh, yeah, that's true.
seven other quarterbacks in that league that are just fucking awesome.
But that's like when that gets brought up, that's kind of like you're admitting, well, not you specifically, but people are at least admitting that they're a contender because it's like, well, you have to worry about those teams like in the conference championship round. Like, yeah, I would love to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then I'll worry
Oh.
about that. You know what I mean? Like that's my bar. I think like
Yeah.
people are like approaching Jets fans or this Jets team at like a certain way where it's like, I think I'm in a majority of, I will, if we're playing meaningful games in December and January, that's
You're in a
Super
new
Bowl win for
relationship
me.
and you're being healthy about it.
Yeah.
Well, I also like
You're right.
the thing
Yeah.
about the Jets too that like I don't know, you could be like optimistic or scared or whatever. I think the feeling of confidence, I would say, about the defense.
Yeah.
I'm like confident they're going to be a top 5, if not number 1.
They were awesome on defense last year.
And they've
I-
only gotten better.
Yep.
And it's just like Hard Knocks is just, I mean, it's just Jets porn, but
Yeah.
it's
I think that they'll absolutely be a playoff team, but I don't think it's like worrying about the conference championship. I think
we don't
it's
have to talk about the Jets at all if you're just going to admit that. That's Jets talk.
that's just no, but that thing where I said there's 7 quarterbacks, you're gonna have to play them in the wild card round. So it might just be like you make it.
If we make the playoffs and don't win, that would suck. I'd rather not make the playoffs.
Really?
No.
If you
No,
go,
you can't say that. That'd
if
be
you
a
go
historic
11-6,
disappointment.
but you lose to the Jags and Trevor Lawrence in the wild card round, you're not up for that.
No, I guess I can't say that because the worst possible thing to do is go 10-7, like and not make the playoffs. So I take that back.
That's the thing about the Bears too, and I mentioned it briefly. This is more so not make or break, but it gets very interesting with Fields than the whole team. The whole team is still
we're trending the right way.
Yes, but it's like next year, it's like all right, now you got real expectations.
You have to, next year's winner fucking go.
Yeah,
home.
it's like all right, it's time to go.
But
Year 3 with Falus, year 3, like it's time.
That's where the Jets are living right now because
Yeah,
they have a
no, I
very
know.
short window to win a Super Bowl, 1 or 2 years with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
So if it's not happening in the next 2 years, then what was this all even for? You could argue.
And how long do they? How long are they out first round picks for?
no, they didn't lose. They
I
didn't
don't-
give up that much for.
They just swapped right this year.
Yeah, it
Was
was not a ton.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No. All right then. We'll see, man. We will. Like Dan said, I'll be on the stream. These guys will be at River North, so come on out to River North and ride out week 1 with
It's gonna be a sweat.
the team.
Yeah, that's gonna be a long day for the boys.
Oh yeah,
Because
well,
I was talking to a guy that we were at the Cubs game with who lives in Denver. He said that in order for us to make a 6 a.m. flight out of Denver, which is when our flight is on Sunday, we will have to leave Boulder at 3:45 a.m.
hate that.
So we're not sleeping.
So we're going straight from honky tonky to the airport. Awesome. Hell yeah, Ed.
Yeah, you're driving though.
I'm not driving.
Why not? Why not?
Hey, why would he ever take responsibility for anything? Why would he not just pop a gummy and just like relax? That's so much easier
You can't
than
drive
actually,
on gummies.
and actually do something.
Do you want me to drive? I'll drive.
No, we'll tuck you in.
Scary.
Do you want me to drive it? I'll drive.
We want to make
I don't
it
even
there.
think we have a car.
How many rollies?
How many?
Yeah, how many rollies we doing? We're only there for like 36 hours.
One.
I don't think we're prepared for what's about to happen this weekend. This is the most interesting team in the nation.
Yeah,
It kind
And
of
we're
is,
going to
yeah.
be in the fucking eye of the storm.
Getting
against a historic rival too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I
Me too.
remember Chris Brown of Naperville, Illinois, scored 6 touchdowns in a Colorado versus
Day after Thanksgiving.
It was the day after Thanksgiving.
Yep.
I was in St. Louis watching it. I don't know why I remember that, but I remember it.
Good old Chris Brown.
He was committed to Northwestern and Gary Barnett, and then decommitted and went to.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Became an
talk
RB.
about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then he was like the best running back in
Wildcat
football.
Dave 24 probably was very upset about that on the message boards.
So
I was super pissed about it.
real quick, Eddie just tweeted Justin Fields would be a top 2 QB in the NFC by the end of the year. Write that down. Marty Mush replied, "That's the stupidest thing you have ever said, Ed."
Marty
Bush is such a fucking idiot.
I have to respect his commitment to being anti Justin Fields because he's been there since the beginning, but he's an idiot. He's an idiot.
He is.
Okay, hold on. I thought that was a kind
And
of.
I love Marty. That's not like I dismiss him.
You might be the number
as a
one Marty
person.
guy in the world.
I like Marty.
Yeah.
I do. But
He's not very likable,
He's
but I really
never-
like him.
yeah,
I
we all like him here.
Yeah.
We've never been on the same playing field when it comes to this guy. And I've
Now,
told him that many
a
times.
top 2 quarterback in the NFC is saying a shit ton.
It is, but it isn't.
Who can you compete with?
I mean, Hurts is the unanimous number 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Kirk Cousins will be tough too.
I mean, he's just steady Eddie.
Sturdy.
Yeah, he's sturdy.
Yeah.
He's sturdy. That's it. But he'll be, obviously Goff.
Yeah.
Goff, who knows with love.
I think Goff is like getting into that Kirk Cousins territory. Like he's like you're not like afraid of him necessarily, but he's like a solid, very
Yeah, he's a good quarterback.
He's sturdy.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback.
I don't know. The fucking Daniel Jones. I think
stinks.
He's a
he'll have a
dank.
better year.
Dak.
Dak, sure. He's certainly.
Dak was. Well, he's Dak though.
You do have to
He
leapfrog.
can beat you.
Desmond Ritter, Bryce Young. I mean, Derek Carr, sure. Obviously, there's history there. He
No.
could certainly take that spot, but I still feel good about our guy. Baker Mayfield, no. Kyler's out.
Geno
Stafford,
Smith.
who knows? He's a corpse. Geno's not a bad fucking player, to be honest
It's not.
with
That might be like the most stunning comeback
Yeah.
of all time.
you. And then Purdy. I'm
for
just
him,
saying,
too.
I think there's a real path that
Yeah.
at the end of the year. that
No,
Justin Fields number 2.
Ed. Non-zero
You
chance.
already know what he can do at he's the best at what he does. If he just adds more of the passing and he has the weapons now, then I think I am higher on this team than you guys are. Like I think that 10 and
But
7.
that's like kind of how you've always been. Like that's not like necessarily a revelation.
Don't say 10 and 7's the floor. That's crazy talk.
But like if healthy, I like the coaching staff. I think the D line will be okay with Yannick Ngakoue.
Can you do this?
What?
To test your craziness? Can you look up what their record would be against the spread right now? Like projected.
What the Vegas win total?
Yeah,
is?
Say they're favored at 6-9. So they're dogs in 6.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
No, but like who cares about that? That's like it's you just never know week to week. Like that's always gonna evolve.
I know it changes.
But I do think that they'll get the offense humming and the defense will be much improved.
Looks like it's 7.5 for their win total.
Yeah.
To confidently say that about the defense, I think is a misstep.
I don't think it is.
I do.
Well,
I do.
here's why I don't think it is. They invested heavily at linebacker, which was a disaster of a position last year. They Brisker will be back and healthy. Eddie Jackson's back and healthy. They drafted.
So Eddie Jackson's going to be what Eddie Jackson we getting?
I think you're getting a serviceable starter.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's what he was in 18, but I think he's a serviceable starter.
Okay.
But Brisker is trending up.
Totally, I agree.
Gordon's trending up. Jalen Johnson's one of the best cover corners. He's a top 10 cover corner. So the secondary is pretty good. And then
draft picks is
Tariq Stevenson is, he's a rookie, but we'll see. So I think that's the core of a pretty good secondary. Talked about the linebackers. And the front four, I think, will be a work in progress. I trust Eberflus to scheme up some pressure, but I like the two kids in the middle with Pickens and Dexter, so that by the end of the year, I think that they'll have a pretty good defense. And by pretty good, I mean
there's just such little.
By pretty good, I mean can they have like the 15th best defense? I think they can.
I mean, that would be. I would love that.
Yeah,
if that's the case.
Because I think they're gonna have a top 10 offense.
I just think in an offensive league, like we're also discounting how good some of these offenses are nowadays.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm looking at, but I'm also.
There's reason for optimism.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. But to be confidently optimistic, is that a word? Is that possible? You know what I'm trying to say, though.
You want me to be cautiously optimistic, and I'm just regular optimistic. Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, no, but it's like I look at that schedule, and it's just like, who are these teams that we're so afraid? Like the Washington
Chiefs are the one like sure loss.
Yeah, and like they're gonna lose games. It's the NFL, but it's like I'm not afraid of New Orleans. Like we chalked that up as loss. Denver, Washington, like the Browns. Like these are all teams that you're like it's the AFC has all the power and all the great quarterbacks, and I think the NFC is kind of there. And the draw that they got in the AFC. The West, I think they'll lose that Chargers. I think they'll lose the Chiefs, but they can beat the Raiders and the Broncos. Like I think they're going to be a pretty good team, and I think people are they're not like ready to dive in.
Well, but you brought it up too. If the kids in the middle are more than just kids, who knows? Yeah, but it's a lot for you're talking about two rookies up front.
They signed what's his face from Tennessee too to be like that kind of rotational. Like they're not walking in as starters necessarily, but it's like, can they improve? Can by the end of that bye week when you guys had them at 6-6, can they be like, all right, these are guys we rely on?
And you got to stay healthy too.
Not
much depth.
Yeah.
Not much depth.
The depth is the scary thing.
Yeah,
we just don't want you getting hurt, Chief.
But I'm used to that. I think it's more fun to like. That's the same thing like with the Cubs early in the year, and everyone's like, and it's like, this is a fun team that has some talent, and like I don't want to just give up on it. And they went on that run, and they were a good team the whole time.
Yeah.
What? Why are you laughing at that?
Nothing.
Because you didn't want me to be optimistic then either.
But I feel like sometimes you're just optimistic to be optimistic. You're like, I want to hold.
You're saying he's a yellow journalist?
Yeah, like he just wants to hold that flag sometimes, because that's like sometimes the upbeat, like that could be like that's like a.
You think I'm playing a character?
Not playing a character, but I think like you're a little bit more.
I think I see the world as glass half full typically, but it's like I'm realistic about it. Like if you maybe this wasn't a great example, but it's like the Notre Dame block, right? there are some times where I write that blog where I'm like, this is an 8-4 team. But I write like that's a character.
That's what
a
I mean.
joke.
So I think
That's
there's
a
like
troll.
some of that
Yeah.
spills into your Cubs and Bears love. A little
No,
bit,
like
not like inauthentic, but I would
yeah.
say it's like it does spill into your.
I will say that in previous years, I have not paid enough attention to the Cubs to really even have an opinion because I don't know, I was miserable with them. So with this team, like, and it just depends on if I like the guys, you know, like, and even like when the Blackhawks made all those trades a couple years ago, they got Seth Jones and all that. I thought I was cautiously optimistic about that, being like they might be able to be a wild card team. It turns out they couldn't overcome having the worst coach in the world and a mega scandal, but they were probably about that. Everyone thought that was crazy, but if you take off that first month of the year, the rest of the year they're right in that mix for like having a wild card. I mean, it's a once in a lifetime scandal, and they went through a coaching change and all this turmoil. It was like how can you predict that?
Okay.
You're right.
All right,
Unless
we
you
could
root
switch
for
gears
the White
too.
Sox or Northwestern. Then
Anything
then
on
it's
that day,
expected.
Sunday. You were actually
You said
cautiously optimistic about Northwestern this
He's
year.
crazier about Northwestern than I am
See,
about any of my teams.
I don't think so.
See,
I didn't hate his take on
There's
that.
so many times historically where it's like they're going to get to 10 wins. And it's happened a couple times.
3 and like when we would argue about that, it was like 3 and it would have been 4 in like 8 years.
But there was a year where I remember it on G-Chat where we had a bet. And I was like, there's no way they're doing that. And then they went like 6-6. But it's like you are more optimistic about Northwestern than you are about your other teams.
Okay, this is. So I did say that I'm like and when I say optimistic, I'm like I don't think they're going to be as bad as they were last year, and the last 2 years rather. And the reason for that is they got the transfer quarterback Ben Bryant, who has had success at the collegiate level at a good program. They needed an explosion guy. They got the kid from Lincoln Way East, or was it Naz, or was it Lincoln Way East? The Michigan transfer.
Okay.
Obviously, they lost 4 players to the NFL, but Jeremiah Porter, he's like a bona fide NFL running back. Bona fide NFL running back. And they gave, I think he had 6 carries. I mean, this guy should be a bell cow, like Thomas Jones type running back. Who is the linebacker from Ohio State who got drafted in the first round a couple years ago? In 21. I'm blanking on his name, but he was asked in one of his pre-draft workouts who the hardest guys he ever tackle were. He said Saquon Barkley and Jeremiah Porter for Northwestern.
That kid's good.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
And they
Sorry, you had reason for optimism.
I had reason.
Yes.
It's not it was sheer unadulterated. I'm like I thought like at peak they were going to be like a 6 wins,
Yeah.
scrappy team because they don't give a fuck right now. They
But
don't.
I feel like they just had too much to overcome too. Like
the defense was
they stink. Dave.
Yeah, it
They
was
stink.
bad. It was very bad.
And it's not like Rutgers is some kind of powerhouse. But
Were you let down by watching that game?
Absolutely
Yeah.
let down. It was completely. It was bad. I was super let down. I was excited to watch that game, and hopefully, and all my friends are like, the offense is going to be good. The offense is going to be good. The offense is going to be good. The offense was fucking pathetic. But I mean, no one wants to listen to Northwestern talk. But there was reason for me saying I think they can be okay.
yeah. Here's another example of me not being overly optimistic, but optimistic. I think the Blackhawks will be fun but bad.
Yeah.
I think that's realistic. They're going to be a fun team to watch. They'll be worth watching, but they're going to lose 5-3.
I miss fun bad. I've had like one fun bad. Well, the Bears were fun bad last year, and then like 2019 Sox were fun bad. Other than like fun bad's, I like
as long
fun
as
bad.
you're growing.
Yeah, growing and showing, spurts of what you can be.
Right.
I got none of that, Ed.
No joy.
No, I mean nothing. Not much of a look for the Irish this week.
No, it was. I actually
Onwards and
thought
upwards. Here we go. The big week this week, though.
NC State is this week. I think they'll. I think they're gonna hammer NC State. I do. So it's only a 7-point line right now. What?
That look from Dave was like, oh, I hope they don't.
Well, duh. Dave's a hater.
I've lost my hate. Like I'm wearing this today. It's a Christian Yelich shirt that we put on sale a few years ago, like during the Rizzo and Bryant years for the Cubs. I didn't wear this as a troll today. Even I wore it because it's laundry day, and I put it on. I was like, do I even want to bring this up? Like I like years ago, I would have had fun with the trolling.
Yeah.
Now the White Sox and my teams are so bad, I can't even do that. Like, do I hope Notre Dame loses every game? Abso-fucking-lutely. Does it hurt me when they win? No. Same thing with the Cubs right now. Like, I'm too sad about my teams to care about hating the other teams.
I think it would bother you if Notre Dame won a national championship.
Yeah, it would annoy me. The Cubs would hurt. That would like I can't show my face for a decade. Notre Dame, I'd just say whatever.
Anything else before we go to Cubs?
On Notre Dame?
Yeah, well,
yeah. I look at it. It's stay healthy, tune up, all that kind of stuff. All my concerns are there. I actually thought they didn't look quite as sharp against Tennessee State than they did the week before against Navy. So, but a weird travel week. You know, they did what they were supposed to do. They scored 48-3. They covered. They're going to be fine. But I think they're going to. It's all about Ohio State at this point. So. And I do think that I think they're going to beat Ohio State. I don't think Ohio State's that great anymore.
Big Ten looks like fucking trash this weekend.
Dude, the SEC kind of looked like trash too.
Walker thinks Big Ten's going to be better than the SEC.
I think
he
it
said
is.
That preseason.
I think it is.
With Penn State, Michigan, and Ohio State. So they need time.
Wisconsin's
so
pretty good.
That's an overreaction.
Yeah.
No reaction.
No, but like you got eyeballs though.
Yeah, but dude, teams get better as the season goes on.
Of course.
They don't play together that often.
But teams
in the
also
summer. And they don't practice anymore. Teams don't practice
hit.
anymore.
And teams do get better. Teams also kind of can be what they are.
Yeah, I agree. But with a team with that much talent, they tend to just get better.
Which team are you talking about? LSU?
I mean, that's week one on the road in the Big Ten. That's not like you're playing, Mississippi Valley State.
I don't think that this quarterback is the type of quarterback they've been accustomed to the last 10 years, which is like a perennial type of.
Yeah, he looked like fucking dog shit.
Right. So, but he'll get better. He'll get better. Maybe. But I don't think that they are what.
Yeah.
What they've.
No.
He's not what they've been accustomed to there at that position.
I would agree.
We'll see.
Yeah, but I do think the SEC is booty.
I do kind of. I typically root for the Big Ten. Mm-hmm. Get like on a national scale. I sneaky, and I don't really have a reason for it. I love when Purdue loses at everything. I don't know why, because they're just like Purdue. They're like a middle America team.
Yeah.
I don't care about Purdue, but I love when they lose. I have no explanation for it.
They're a basketball school.
But even then, I like when they lose in basketball.
Yeah. It'll be. I just love talking ball. Football's back.
It's fun. And I mean, talking.
Can we get that
talking
cocksucker
baseball.
Brandon Walker in
we
here?
went to the game Tuesday.
Yeah.
I have one more important note about the Bears before we move on, actually.
What do we got?
Brian Urlacher said on Instagram that Dave may be a lost cause for Restore.
That was like 10 days ago, though.
We haven't talked about
We
it
haven't
yet.
talked about it.
You think it's true, actually? Have you talked to him one-on-one? Like
Restore?
Yeah, like is Restore actually not possible for you?
Stop
Danny.
saying their name.
Yeah, don't.
We're taking them to Turkey.
We may be going to a competitor.
Yes.
For one. For two, I know you're not a sports guy, but do you remember what Brian Urlacher looked like?
I do, but do you remember what he said? Because of how spaced out your hair is, it might not work. He doesn't know where to take it from.
That's not what he said. He said, I got great donor hair, and that's what it comes from the back.
Yeah.
That's not what his Instagram comment said. That's all
I mean, he was... Yes, his company will take care of me.
We're here for you. If not, Turkey it is. That picture.
Turkey it is. Great time at the ballpark on Tuesday. Electric game. Carlos Zambrano sang the 7th inning stretch and throughout the first pitch, and he turned the whole game around, Dave. I love Big Z.
Yeah, my two favorite Cubs ever, Z and Kerry Wood.
Okay.
Kerry Wood, not personality-wise.
Just you like this stuff?
That 20 strikeout game, I still like.
Yeah.
Beat
Wiffle
my
ball.
dick to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
Yeah.
Big Z turned it around. I mean, it was electric. Hendricks looked a little rocky. He settled in at points, but
the first pitch was fucking smoked.
Yeah, moonshot Wade.
The White Sox need a fucking asshole like that on their team.
Who?
You think
Zambrano?
he put up with any of the shit that these losers are fucking pulling right now?
No.
But that was like
He would be beating the shit out of all
like
of them.
this is such a stupid meatball thing. He changed the vibe in the stadium.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah, he did.
They were down 6-4, I think, at that
He
point.
came up, maybe a couple cocktails
Yeah.
deep, sang a 7th inning stretch, a little wobbly.
But
Did he
he's like-
get tossed like Mongo did?
He did not.
But he had
I wish.
he like stumbled over a few words, and it was just like, but it, like perfect in his like Carlos Zambrano way. And then, you know, like saying how great the fans are and Wrigley Field's great and all this difference. It was hilarious. And then they came out and smoked him the rest of the way.
Yeah, they had like a 6-run,
seventh.
inning.
Yeah.
It was great though. But the whole thing, like, you go back to Monday, excuse me, Justin Steele,
Yep.
fucking Cy Young contender.
He's got to be the guy at this point, right?
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Him or Snell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all that, you know.
And you're probably going to give it to the team that's to the guy that like outperformed expectations if they're, you know, a toss up.
And Wicks is about to start any minute here, or in an hour rather, from when we're recording. He's been awesome his first 2 starts. So all this thing about, you know, like you're coming up to the deadline, you're shutting down Stroman, like pitching staff is not looking great. It's held together pretty well.
Yeah.
And the bullpen's been very good too. So
I had a blast.
yeah,
It was a very fun game.
he said
be
to me,
on.
he's like, man, I forgot how much I love coming here. to
Sometimes
Wrigley.
you forget.
Yeah.
You just need a constant reminder. Because we went to opening day.
Yep.
I went to a couple other games, but that was my first night game of the year.
Okay.
And the night games hit
Wrigley,
they hit a little different.
yeah, Wrigley
Yeah.
vibes
You
at
know?
night are nice.
Well, and if it was a fucking soup sauna out there too.
bad.
Like I was sweating through my clothes multiple times. If it was 10 degrees colder last night,
How do you sweat through your
because
shirt?
you sweat and then you just keep sweating and
Dry
you
it up.
dry it up, sweats again. But if it was, so it was like 88, 90 when we were there, and like it never, like we're like the sun will go down, will be better. It never got better. If it was like 78 degrees, that would have been like the best night of the year at that game. The comeback, Zambrano, the whole thing, it would have been.
It was great.
The beers were cold. It was great.
I want to
Hot
say
dogs were
too,
great.
like people have given David Ross his fair share of guff.
Mm-hmm.
I would say
I like that word.
it is a good word. He definitely deserves some credit for whatever the fuck he did with Suzuki, because Seiya has been on an absolute tear.
He's like the hottest guy in baseball right now.
Yeah, like that's a shit where you do wonder about the White Sox, like him benching someone like that and like getting in their ass, like hot, like
The fucking rookie who's been here a fucking 2 minutes. Yeah, you're really proving a point, Griffle. You fucking loser.
But
We're
he
all
did.
losers.
Like Seiya was
Yeah.
struggling. And how long did he sit him down? Like a week? 10 days?
Yeah, it was-
something like that?
I didn't think it was that long.
It was a while. It was a while. And it was like, hey, like you need time to get your head right kind of thing. And he might have had like we
Tweaker,
got
twacker.
or but like, hey, like we have a matchup that we like you for. But he was out of the lineup for a while.
and
So-
he's hitting like that. And I know it's, of course, when everyone's hitting, but that lineup is fucking
He transforms the lineup, because when you go
100%.
now you're 6 deep, and then whatever, like Jan Gomes has had a nice year too.
Yes,
like
yeah.
like they're Madrigal had a moment last night. Madrigal was good in the field last night.
Dave said he couldn't get sick because of how bad things are. I think he's getting a little sick about hearing us gush right
No,
now.
it just makes me more sad. Like I want to have fun at a baseball stadium on
Come
Saturday.
to Wrigley.
night.
You could root for Madrigal.
No, I hated that pick.
Nah,
He
I know.
sucks at baseball.
I said that to Chief yesterday too. I was like, "That's something."
You
Dave
were 100%
was
right.
Dead
He
right about.
sucks.
But I think he's one of those guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. He'll be in the league forever. Like someone.
Well, he
will
always gets
al-
hurt too.
Yeah, he gets hurt
Yeah.
a lot. But someone will always have a need for that off the bench.
Shitty fielding, shitty base running, contact hitter.
He was very good in the field last night, and
That's an
he had a big
exception.
hit.
He is typically terrible.
You know, it did make me
defensively.
sad. It's kind of sad seeing Brandon Crawford. He looks
Dude,
kind of
Oh
He's
yeah, he's old as
terrible.
fucking. He's dead.
hitting under
Yeah.
200. He made an error.
He had 2 errors last night.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
tough to see. But I don't know if you saw my tweet about Jack Peterson. People were like, "Oh, fucking like that's how baseball players, everyone in the league is that." No, I didn't get a great video of it. Watching Jack Peterson, the
Oh,
way
you-
he moseys on and off the field.
Dude, he walks like a lava lamp
Yeah,
somehow.
dude.
Yeah, he's such a fat ass.
Dude, it's amazing. Yeah, like look at this. Like he chewing his fingers. Like he was consistently the last guy off the field and the last guy on. And like he would like basically walk to left field, like half jog at some points, and then guess what? He goes up, goes 3 for 4 with
Yeah.
the walk as well. Like he's just mashed us. I just love him.
Yeah, you were obsessed with him last night.
It was I
Yeah.
couldn't take my. That was what I paid attention to the most was Jock Peterson getting on and off the field.
Well, then that's like we were talking about him, like his hockey like he's Phil Kessel.
Yeah.
Like they're the same.
Except he's like not awesome like Kessel was.
Kessel's probably a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
and when I say
Kessel,
probably,
right.
I mean definitely. But if Kessel like had the work ethic of somebody else, he might be the greatest player who ever lived. Like he's unbelievable.
Yeah. And from what you hear too, that he's just the man of every locker room he's in.
Jock Peterson.
I would
is?
imagine, yeah.
Uh-huh. Like I forgot who was saying that. I don't know. I was hearing from even when he was with the Cubs, he was just like a guy on those teams with like Rizzo and everyone. But the teams weren't good, but
Yeah.
you know, they had the people there from previous years who were good, and he was still like one of the main guys.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. So I don't know. Anything White Sox related?
Balkoff.
Oh yeah, they got pocked off last night. Couldn't forget to add that. Break that down like it's a fucking Zapruder film.
Sad.
It is.
I have a $100 bet with somebody. Brian Billick, actually. Many people know him that may be listening. That Yoan Moncada would not have a 90 or higher weighted runs created plus on the 2023 season. I made it kind of out of spite, knowing that I'd probably lose it. It was about 70, and I guess over the last month I haven't watched. He's just been on like a little mini tear, and it's up to 89. So he's gonna flick me in the fucking dick at the end of the season just because. So that's my White Sox talk for the day.
It's our shortest White Sox talk ever.
Jerry Reinsdorf can fucking lick my ball sack.
Okay. Clip that.
After your dick gets flicked.
Yeah, by Yoan Moncada. And ooh,
What'd you find there, Dave?
nice little fucking nice ass knife. Can't pass that deal up.
Sounds legit.
Right on.
What do you guys got going on the rest of the week?
A lot.
It's so funny,
You
Chief.
guys losing it.
It's a price error. If you don't get it now, they'll adjust the price. I'm buying a Japanese knife for $9 right now, and you guys can all blow me.
What, that he's looking up knives in the middle of
I
his-
wasn't looking up knives. It just flicked onto Twitter. Price error. Get it before it changes.
Tom, thoughts on the price error?
Can we please monitor your screen for one episode? I just want to see what comes up on
There's
there.
nothing comes up.
Well, a knife sale just did.
Japanese knives.
Barstool HQ, can the tobacco industry advertise? Because that was an argument before.
Dave, were you on Fat Kid Deals?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, we pulled it up.
Yeah, that's exactly what I saw. So I got to get it before they. I mean, that'd be financially irresponsible of me. And I've been in the market for a
And
new
you
knife.
can't have too many knives.
A wise man did once tell me, somewhere along I-80 in rural Iowa, that you can never have too many knives. And ever since then, I've been flash buying knives anytime I have the opportunity.
All right. You're a 1 in a trillion.
Luckily.
Yeah.
Thank you, David. And anything, I saw you wrote a blog, Kane to the Red Wings?
I mean, that would make some sense. He's on like a prove it. He'll probably sign like a 1 year prove it deal. There's speculation that he wants to go with DeBrincat, kind of walk in there. He played all of his like AAA minor hockey in Michigan, actually. So like you can kind of say like while he's born in Buffalo, like his teen years were largely early teen years were in Michigan. So it's kind of like another home for him. It would suck, but I don't hate the Wings. I feel like the way people think I should.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of died when
Yeah,
they changed conferences.
Yeah, and even when they were like awesome and the Hawks sucked, like they didn't have like hateable. It's like hard to hate Nick Lidstrom and Zetterberg and like those guys. Like they're not villains.
The
Iserman, yeah. So, but yeah,
Shanahan,
you know who should sign him?
Hasek. Who should sign him?
Chicago Blackhawks. That's who should sign him.
And let me tell you, they will not.
They won't.
No. It's not
Why won't they, Ed?
I think they just kind of want to change eras.
It's stupid.
They just wanted to move on.
Yeah.
All right, then. I think that's about it. Like we said, we'll be in Boulder this weekend. Excited for the Nebraska-Colorado game. If you're a listener in Boulder, hit us
Shout
up.
out Chris Brown.
Yeah, stop by. Shout out Chris Brown.
Brian
Not that one. Yeah, Brian Billick.
Yep.
Shout out to all those guys, right, David?
And Japanese knives.
And Japanese knives.
There's a little foul play involved on this. If you guys want to keep talking about it, they're
What is?
trying to charge me $33.06 for a $9.99 knife.
You got to be careful with that, Dave.
Is that another pricing error?
I'm trying to find. Do we
trying to
know
figure it
where
out.
we're gonna? Peckish. That's at Peckish. We're gonna be there after the game.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think,
something like
Peckish.
that. Yeah.
Peckish in Boulder. So we'll be there. Come on by, hang out. Proper 12. And sorry again to Iowa State, Iowa game. Like all the games, folks.
We'll try to figure it out another time.
We're gonna try to get there.
We love the state of Iowa.
Yes,
They know about knives, don't they, Dave?
They sure do.
We'll be at Peckish. All right then. Thanks everybody for listening. Thank you for watching. Bear the fuck down.
Bear the fuck
Bear
down.
down.
Fuck the Packers.
Fuck the Packers.